Most people use Excel just to enter a data. Top business professionals use that Excel to take a faster business decisions. Today, I will show you how I use Excel template Copilot AI to transform my expense report into a professional design ready template. And also I have explained over here how we can set the margin, okay, how we can set the printable area, so on and so forth. If you want to be a more productive and be a smarter in the meetings and level up your career skill, then this video series is for you. Welcome to Discover Talent. Let's start with the basic Excel template. And then I will show you how I have redesigned using a simple prompt. So without further ado, let's quickly jump on the screen.
All right, let's start from absolute zero. I'm using Microsoft Excel, but you can follow along in most of any recent version. First, we will rename the worksheet. Okay, I'll just say working. Cool. You can just change it later on if in case needed. Never leave worksheet names as a sheet 1 or a sheet 2 in professional projects. This is a small detail, but professional Excel developers always organize their files properly. Okay, so here I'm going to say this as a expense report. Okay, since we are building the expense report over here, organizations truly matters. Okay, and viewers, the habit alone will improve your workflow massively. We are setting up the worksheet like a real printable business areas. Most beginners skip this part completely. Page setup is one of the biggest differences between beginner Excel files and professional Excel systems. Okay, so here I'm simply going on this particular option, and here I'll just simply select the A4 size over here. So this is the dash line, you can see it over here at the top, right? So vertical line over here, and that's how we have changed the page size from page layout to this A4. Cool. This gives us a standard business paper dimension. Now select a landscape. Okay. Since this is the page is in portrait, we need a landscape. Simply click here and click on this option called landscape. Now we got a maximum space available over here. Cool. Since expense reports usually contain many categories, landscape orientation works much better. Okay. Now if we go to the margins over here, simply select this and click on this option called narrow. So you will get a maximum space there. Okay, this maximize our usable workspace. Small professional decisions like this dramatically improve report quality. Okay, in few minutes you will start seeing the spreadsheet transform into a something that looks enterprise level. This is extremely important. Modern Excel design. Okay, we are removing the default grid lines. Okay, so how to do it? Simply go into a view section over here and click on this option called grid lines. Okay, the moment you press that, you will see that check boxes has been gone from here. Okay, this worksheet already starts looking cleaner. Professional dashboards and business templates rarely keep defaults grid line visible. Instead, we create our own controlled borders and structure. This gives us a complete design control. Okay, now the question for you folks. By the way, are you learning Excel for work, freelancing, or business? Comment on YouTube section. I want to check which particular audience is watching this video. Now we are creating the structure for our professional layout. Okay, one of the biggest beginner mistake in Excel. Here, what I'm going to do, I'll just creating the structure for our professional layout. Okay, how to set that structure? So here, what I'm going to do is, I'll just say right click over here, column width. Here I'll call this as a 15. Hit enter button, and here again I'll just say right click over here, column width. Here I'll call this as a 18. Okay, let's say here I'll say column width is 20. Okay, likewise we'll change the rest of the others, which is until H. I'll keep this column width 14. Cool, and hit a enter button over here, and that's how we can add and delete basis our own requirement. We can just adjust it. So this one is the last for me. I'll just say this as a 16. Okay, this is the 16 width for the I column for me, and that's how I have increased the space for the column width for me, right? Now we are creating the structure for our professional layout. Okay, one of the biggest beginner mistakes in Excel is inconsistent spacing. Okay, professional templates always maintain visual balance. start adjusting columns slowly. Okay, if in case you are not really happy with this kind of an you know movement like this, right click and column width, you can do it like this. Okay, so you just have to drag it like this and arrange it properly which is the requirement. Okay, in my case I have just did a right click over here and I've added this. Okay, so we will make this wider because descriptions usually contain the more text over here. That's what I have kept it like this. Okay, this process makes look simple, but layout structure is extremely important in dashboard development. Okay, think of this like a building the foundation of house. Okay, if the structure is clean, everything else becomes much easier later. Okay, now let's improve the readability. Okay, so now to improve the readability, what I can do over here is simply right click over here and row height over here, and let's say 30, hit a enter button over here. Okay, and if in case you are not really happy with this kind of a section, okay, doing a right click and do it, you can just simply drag it like this and increase the row height like this. Cool. So for now I'm keeping this as it is. Once it is done, here I'm simply adding the title over here, which is expense report. Cool. And let's go at the top, home, increase this, and this is how the title will look like for me. And here I will call this as a general information. Okay, so basic text I have added over here. Okay, now if in case you want to add the purpose of this document, you can simply just go here and let's say purpose. Okay, and to the next, here I will say budget overview preparation. Let's say budget overview preparation. Cool. And that's how I have adjusted this. You can later on also adjust it like this. Okay, whatever we have did, right click over here and column width, you can basis the text you are adding that, right, you can just adjust that text basis the requirement code. Okay folks, and once we have that, and here what I'm going to do is I'm just adding a statement number over here. Okay, so let's say statement number. Okay, and the statement number will come here. So right now I'm just adding this random number over here. Cool. And here what I'm going to do is I'm just adding a pay period. Okay, so let's say this, select this both, will select this the merchant center and call this as a pay period. Okay, so that's how you can add that, and that's your start date and this is your end date basically. Cool. So this is how I have added this, and here suppose I will be call this as a 1 to 20. So that's how I have added this. And now once it is done, what I'm going to do is I'll just adjust this properly, centrally align. Okay, this one I'll just make sure that we'll keep it very straight. Okay, and this one I'll remove it and move here so it will look like similar formatting we have did this. Okay, and this pay period will ensure that we'll adjust this at the top because your general information comes in same way, right? So here we're gonna say this as a start date and this is the end date. Perfect. And that's how we have added this kind of a text over here. Cool. So once it is done, what I have to do over here is I have to add the couple of more information. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'll say this copy and just go at the bottom and paste it. Okay, so that same text I'm going to add this as a employee information. Instead of general information this time, I will say this as a employee information in the A8, right? So this particular cell we have added this information over here. And once it is done, we are going to add the couple of four information over here, which is a very basic information which we already know, right? Name, department. Cool. And the name and department is done. So here I'm going to add additional information. So what is the additional information? So additional information is basically the position. Okay, the work position. So here let's go here and say position, and here we'll call this as a manager. Okay, or maybe supervisor for that matter, whatever you wish to add it. Perfect. And once it is done, what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to add a couple of sections over here. Okay, so here I will say date. Let's move next. Account. Okay, description. Cool. And here, what type of expenses we are accepting over here? So this is the hotel, fuel. Okay, transport. Okay, and once it is done, I will just say meals as well. Okay, here entertainment. Again, I know this kind of fields will never been added in the expenses report, but some of the companies I have seen that, which is a small scale companies like startups. Okay, they accepted this kind of an expense report. Okay, so that's what we are using, this very basic kind of a template. Okay, so in your case it is not really relevant. You can simply skip that particular part and you can add your own fields and customize basis the template requirement, folks, right? Here is the miscellaneous. So basically MISC dot, and here I'll call this as a total. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is here at the end, okay, let's scroll it down at the bottom. Here total will be here. Okay, so approved. Cool. And this is the signature. Wherever you want to add that underline and formatting, that time you can simply do that. For now I'm just keeping that as a blank. And if in case any kind of a commentary or maybe notes we want to publish, okay, we can simply just add as a notes or maybe comments over here. Okay, so once it is done, okay, now you feel that you will go here at the top and change the entire thing. Okay, now there is a best trick inside the Excel itself. Cool. I'm going to use a Copilot over here because everybody is getting a smart enough, right, nowadays. So why can't we also adopt the AI inside the Excel? So I'll just quickly show you that particular part. Okay. So here I'm just simply click on this option and improve the formatting option. And here, the moment I press this option, okay, it will take some time to load. It will take some time to analyze. Okay, and once the analyze is done, okay, it will give me the some sort of additional formatting for my template. Okay, if it is workable, we'll select that. If it is not, okay, we have to restructure the prompt again, and basis our prompt what we are looking out for, right? So the Copilot will help us to design our template. Okay, so that's how very easy you can create your own custom template inside the Excel. Okay, so right now I'm using the Office 365 version. Okay, if in case you are using the later version, I think that will not really work there. But yeah, in that case you have to go manually and do it. But I think if in case you go with the copilot.microsoft.com, okay, you just have to simply upload this Excel, and you have to just give the simple prompt. Prompt is given over here. You can take the screenshot over here and simply use that in your Excel. Okay, so here I can see the moment the prompt is written over here. Okay, I can see this particular template is getting ready over here. Okay, it's a very business driven template. Okay, I haven't clicked here and there, which is my formatting templates and blah blah things. Okay, I have only added the text what I required for my businesses. Okay, and I simply click on this Copilot option. Okay, the moment it's done, I'll just close this, and here now you can see how beautiful this template is available for us, right? I'll just click on this option view here and click on this option called page break preview. Okay, the moment I click on this option, I can see these 4 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why it's happening like this? Okay, because whenever I do a printing, okay, it will show me in 4 pages. I want to show you over here. Let me just click on this option, Control P. As I told you, right, I can see this in 4 pages, right? One, two, this is the third, and this is the fourth. Okay, and that's how our page has been splitted. Okay, there is a no need to get worried about it and how to get rid of it. Okay, simply click on this view ribbon tab and then page break preview. Let's move this here. Okay, at simple click you got this information added over here, right? And here also I'll just move this. Perfect, and that's how This looks perfectly fine for me. Okay, and I'll click on this normal view over here. Now I will use some human touch over here, because whatever AI did, it's completely fine. It saves our lot of time. But always remember, okay, there should be a human touch in your template tracker, whatever we call as, right? So what I'm going to do is I'll just simply select this entirely, go at the top, and here I'll say all borders. Perfect. And just simply use the proper top color at the bottom. Okay. So I'll just say format painter from at the top, and we'll ensure that we're using here. Cool. So that's how I can see that this template is getting fitted as per my own requirement. Cool. And if I do a control P now, okay, you see this expense report is adjusted automatically inside the one page. If I move to the next page, this is the blank. Okay, it's anyways we have increased that, so that's what it's been showing us. And if in case you want to increase the scaling for this, simply click on this option, sheet fit one page. Okay, and that's how you can see one of one page. And the moment you do print over here, okay, suppose I will be saving this in print over here, expense report, I will get this in PDF format added there. And that's how you can take the multiple prints and distribute to your employees, okay, your colleagues who need this to be utilized. Okay, the moment it's done, I'll just go here and click on this option again, that I think in documents, right? Date of modified, simply click this. And that's how easy, okay, to create the expense report inside the Excel, folks. Okay, let me just close this and show you this once again. Okay, and that's how we have beautifully designed our own expense report over here. Once again, most people use Excel like a calculator, okay, but professional use Excel like a business system. And that's exactly we are building here on Discover Talent. So if you want to master formatting, dashboards, automation, Copilot tools, real world Excel projects, subscribe now, because the next tutorial gets even more powerful. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.